Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about static method inside interface. All code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
Static method. Fine. So you're talking about, let me just, before coming into static method inside our interface, let me talk about some properties of a static first, or a static method, what we do generally in Java in case of a static method implementation. In Java, how I can use static method. So if I have a class, I'm saying it so that it will be helpful. I'm just talking about normal static method till Java 7, right? So this is my class, and inside a class, I have I've written one static void show. SHOW, static void show. It's a show method. This is a static method inside my class. Simple static method. Fine. And what it is doing is that it's just printing some statement, system.out, system.out.println. It is going to print some value like static, something like that. Now I can write a main method outside the class. Okay, let me write class main demo, and we have a main method here, public static void main, and here I have to use a string args. Fine. Now the first question is that what is a static in Java? Static is a keyword in Java. I can use a static method in Java. What is the advantage is that in case of a static method, I don't have to create an object of the class. Without creating an object of the class, I want to access this method. Already we know that if I have some functionality inside a class, if I want to access that functionality, I have to create an object of the class. Creating an object of the class, I should access that functionality, right? So the question is that, can I access this functionality without creating an object of the class? Yes, I can access it. In that case, I can access using class name. So class name dot show. If I write it like this, it will work. Why? I am calling a static method with class name. I can call static. Static means what? Static means that is non-associated with object. Remember the point always. Static means that is not associated with object. That is static everywhere throughout Java. So that is the point. If I don't want to access this method without creating an object of the class, then I can access it with class name, a static method in Java, normal static method. If this main method is available in the same class, if this main method is available in the same class, then I don't need that one also. Directly you can access in a static method. If the main method is available in the same class, then I don't need that one also. Directly you can access inside your method like this. That is the property of a static method. Another one property is that if you use some static method or static variable, then that can be shared by multiple objects. Static variable can be shared by multiple objects. So these are the properties of a static in Java. Correct. You find main method is static also. Why? Because I don't have to create an object of the Main method if I'm going to create simple hello world. Correct. So these are the properties of a static method in Java. Now in our default method, now in our functional interface, we can create a static method. Right? Now in our functional interface, we can create a static method. So let's see how it look like. Control V. So here what I'm saying is that this is a functional interface. I have a default method. Now I can declare a static method also, so that I can do it in Java 8. I can write a static method inside a functional interface. So can I do it or not? Let me check. It is working or not. If it's not giving any out error, then it should correct. Control C. Go here and save it. Create another one class, a static demo or something like that. Right click, new class. Just write here something. I'm going to use another package so that static demo, some class name. Okay, nothing is there. Main method. Okay, fine. So if you see here inside this, I have one function interface, and this function interface name is fi, and this function interface contain and static method. Right click, source format, and you can see how it look like. Like this. That's it. Fine. So the question is that what is the need? Why what is the need behind putting an static method inside a class, inside a function interface? What is the need? Can I write more? Let me check. Yes, I can write multiple static method also inside a function interface. The question is that what is the need? Why I have to put a static method inside a functional interface in Java 8? See, to understand the need, as I already told you, that what is the how we can define a static method in Java. I'm defining a method as static only when I don't want to access that method creating an object of the class. If I don't want to access that method creating an object of the class, then I'll call it as a static, and I'll call that static method creating class name. So how I can call a specific functionality, so either creating an object of the class or using class name, two approach. So if we don't have the concept of object, then we should go for a static approach. Correct. So one point I want to say here before saying anything else, that is, first point I want to say is that if we don't have the concept of object, then we should go for static approach. Okay, so if we don't have the concept of object, means I don't want to access that functionality get an object. Now see, before Java 8, before Java 8, before this implementation, in your class, you have static method and non-static method both. Correct. Before this Java 8 concept, in your class, you have both the method, static method and non-static method both. Let's see, give an example then a little better. Assume I have a class before Java 8. So I have one class called class A, class this. So inside this class, I have both method. I'm talking about till Java 7. Okay. I'm talking about till Java 7. What happened? I have this class, and inside this class, I want to create a static method. Static void D1. I have one method D1. I have another non-static method. Okay. So I have one void D2. This is a non-static method. Fine, both is there inside the class. Now what I want to do is that if I want, how I can going to access them? One approach is that I have to create an object of the class. Creating an object I can access. So AA obj equal to new AA. I have created an object of the class. Yes. I create an object. I'm going to access D2. D2 is a non-static method, right? So obj dot D2. This is normal approach. This is normal approach in Java. Fine. Now, how I can access a static method? I can access the static method class name. That means a static method AA dot D1. I have to access it like this. So the question is that if I'm going to access the method using class name, it is not associated with an object, then why you are putting it inside a class? Again, I'm saying. Here inside this class, I have a static method and non-static method both. What I have done, I want to access a non-static method. What is the approach? I have to create an object of the class and calling the method. I have to call a static method. What is the approach? I have to call that static method with class name. Yes. So the question is that if I'm going to access a non-static method, create an object of the class, but static method, I don't have to get an object of the class, then why are you putting it inside the class? So since static method you are not calling creating an object of the class, then what is the need of putting a static method inside a class? Remove it from the class, put it inside a interface. That is the need. Okay, again I'm saying, since you're not going to access a static method creating an object of the class, then why you will put a static method inside a class? If I have some other location to put it there. Based on that, then came with the need that yes, you can put a static method inside an interface also. Right? So based on that need, okay, so that's why in Java 8, from Java 8, they put that static method concept inside a functional interface. Fine. Now, if this is a functional interface, I have a static method inside functional interface. Assume I've written some code here like system dot out dot println and write something like that this is static method, this is static method. Fine, just save this. Now this is a static method. Already you know that static method may not associated with object. So don't think that I should call a static method an object. Then how I'll call it? Yes, you can call directly with this interface name. Let me check, can I call it using interface name or not? If I dot show method, I'm calling using interface name. Save it, right click, run as Java application. Yes, it is working fine. So static method inside a functional interface can be called same property as it is in Java. Static method can be called with class name. So in this case, static method I'm calling with function with the interface name. I can call it, right? Fine. So so this is how I can call a static method. Okay. Now now the question is that so can I, is there any other process to call a static method? Yes, I called using interface name. Can I call this static method? Is there any other process or not? Let me check. Let me check. I
Sorry
have
to
a
stop
derived
here.
class. Yes,
Sorry to
please.
interrupt.
Yeah.
We are not implementing that interface, right? But still we are accessing that method.
So
I
there is no concept of implementation. There is no concept of inheritance with the static, right? There is no concept of inheritance. You're not overriding. I'm calling a static method. A static method can be called with class name. There is no concept of inheritance there.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, fine. So now the question is that I have to call a static method. I'm calling using interface name. It is working fine. Question is that is there any other approach to call a static method or not? Can I have some other approach? Let me check. I'm going to write here class account, assume account implements fi function interface. Okay. Now if I'm going to implement, I should override. Right click source, override display method. I have to override because it is for abstract method. The static method. Can I override a static method? What do you say? Let me do Control C, Control V. Save it. I have written static void show. Save it here. Like this. But if I like this way, it is not coming as a static, right? So best option is that always try to call a static method using interface. Why? Because that is the need of the static method. That I don't want to put the static method inside a class because there is no concept of object with static. Both are two different things. Object means using object we will call instance method. Static method means there is no connection with object. I'll call that static method class name. So that's why we should always put the static method inside and function interface and call that static method getting an object interface name. I can call it inside my class. Now one of the common questions come, very common questions will come. That is main method is also static, right? Our main method is also static. So can I have main method inside my function interface? One very common questions come. What is the question? Question is that can we have main method, okay, inside main method inside interface or function interface that you're talking about, right? Question is that can we have main method inside function interface? That is the question. Control X. So that was talking about here, right? The question is that one, can we have main method inside a function interface? That is the question, right? So that is the point, right? So right, one main method inside function interface. Just put this main method. Control C inside function interface. Control V. So I don't have any class. Delete. So if you see here, I have written a main method inside function interface. And you can see here no error. Right click source format. So that means what? It is a static method. That means we can write main method also inside function interface. See here, there is no error. No error, nothing. Right? Fine. So you got another property. Yes. So answer is yes. That means we can have main method inside function interface. You have to remember this. This feature was not there, right? In Java 8, we got this feature. That is, we can have main method inside interface, right? So if I have a main method inside an interface, so can I execute it? Let me check. Just write something here. System dot out dot println and just print something. Fine, just print something here, like this is main. Just save it and execute. Right click, run as Java application. Sorry. Oh, this class name is different. So create an interface name. Right click, new interface. Assume the interface name is FI. Okay. And just copy paste this code here. Control C. Okay. And Control V. Save it. And if you don't want this, you can delete for the time being because both contain the same class name. Now, if you see in this example, my file name is f1.java, my interface name is fi, right? And I have written a main method inside the interface. So the question is that can I execute it? Or do we know, right? If I have a main method inside a class, you can compile and run your code. So can I interface can be compiled and run? Already you know, right? Class can be compiled and run. So when I put the interface inside, when I may write the main method inside interface, I find no error. No error. So automatically question will come like that if I have an interface inside, if I main method inside an interface, can I execute it? Compile and run? Let me check. Right click, run as Java application. Yes. So remember from Java 8, you can compile and run your interface also. There is no class. Remember that from Java 8, we can compile and run our interface also, right? So you can write here one code we can write that we can execute, that is we can compile and run a functional interface if we have main method, right? So if we have main method inside a, I'm not just writing elements language functional interface. Okay, so if we have main method is functional interface, we can compile and run it. Yes, it is working fine. You can see it. You can compile and run, and it is working fine. Fine. So that is the point, or that is the need. What is the need came that I have to put in a static method inside an interface? And if I put in a static method in the interface, then these are the properties, or these are the advantage of putting in a static method inside an interface. Right? This is all about static in complete Java 8.